Reviewer Magazine. We're here with Miss Aurora Snow. And, what? Oh,
Is that radio?
The radio? No, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's not too loud. This is Aurora Snow, folks. She's a famous adult film actress. And we're here in the Los Feliz area of Los Angeles, talking to her about her life, her career, her ambitions, her hopes, her dreams, and her beautiful physique. She's fully clothed right now, but hopefully we'll get some of those clothes off for her in a little bit.
Ideally.
Yeah, she is. Take off that mask. Let's see that face. Yes.
Love this mask.
You like it?
Yeah, it's very wicked.
Well,
it's a wicked Renaissance-like to me.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you if we shoot a lot of good nudes. Serious. Now, when you got into doing adult, you were only 18, right?
Yes.
And you were brought into it because you were get my reading glasses out. You were a student in Orange County.
Yes. And
you were looking for work, and you answered an ad in the paper.
Yes.
And they were saying they were going to pay you how much?
The ad in the newspaper said nude modeling, $2,000 a day in very large type, and then underneath it says agent, licensed and bonded. And I'm like, you know what? I have all these student loans. I can take off my clothes for $2,000 a day. So I give the agency a call. It's all the way in LA, and I was going to UC Irvine at the time. So I was thinking, okay, it's like an hour and a half drive. I could do that.
What was it like in Porn Valley?
Yes.
San Fernando Valley?
It was in Chatsworth.
Okay.
So I drive out there. I meet Jim South, who owned World Modeling.
Is he the guy that got Tracy Lords in? Is that where I've heard the name before?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Jim South was the agent. He was like the only agent of the time. He was back before agents really existed. He was it.
Huh.
And I walked in. They do some Polaroids. You strip. And it was funny because that same day that I went in, they go, okay, honey, what's your stage name? And I go, oh, I don't know. Can I think about it? And they go, no, we need it right now. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, shit. And Aurora was the first thing that popped into my mind, which I stole from Sleeping Beauty, one of my favorite Disney movies. And that was my stage name. They booked me on a few shoots. By about my 5th shoot, which was for like Adam and Eve, Sex Across America in San Francisco, Todd Hunter, an editor from AVN, went along. And he goes, you know, honey, strippers only have first names, and you're not a stripper. You're a porn star. So you have to have a second name. I was like, okay. And I had no idea what he was really talking about at that point. And he looked at me and he goes, you're so pale, you're so fresh, you're so innocent. You should be named Snow. And I took it to heart. And ever since that shoot, I have been Aurora Snow.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it fits you. You've got a very fragile and pure kind of look to you.
Thanks.
But you were saying over the phone some things about like the kind of like the dark side or the dangerous side of the industry, and luckily you've never had anything bad happen. But do you find that it teaches you a certain toughness in life, maybe being in the adult film industry, or does it make you aware of things that
it does
are perhaps a little bit not disillusioning, but maybe disillusioning. It's not good to have illusions in life.
No. I have learned. I went to college for about a year and a half. This is my cute protective doggy.
He looked up at the door really quick, like there was somebody walking in. Okay, so you went to college for a year and a half?
I went to college for about a year and a half, and then my career just skyrocketed. Done really well. And you can totally turn off that radio if it's bugging you.
No, not at all. Okay, I was looking to grab you were kind enough to
yes.
have
I like to
make
be
a drink for me.
I like to be a good host.
You're a very good host, yeah.
Yes,
I try. Smirnoff Light. Yeah, kind of girly drink, but they're tasty.
Yeah, it's like girl beer. It's foo-foo.
Okay.
But,
well, what are you trying to say?
Anyway. Well, no, I'm going to say that's the only thing I keep in my house is like foo-foo beer.
It is tasty. I like it. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, so I dropped out of college like a year and a half into it, and I didn't just drop out because my career was going really well. I dropped out because at UC Irvine, I have a passion for learning. I love to learn as much as I can, and I felt that my classes at UC Irvine, I wasn't learning. I would go to them, and I could do that stuff in my sleep. And I went, what am I paying for this? Why am I paying for this kind of education? I understand that I would eventually get a degree from it, but I'm going to get a piece of paper that says I graduated.
And you're already making good money.
But I wouldn't know anything, and I was so dissatisfied with that. So I left, and I went full-fledged, into porn. And I learned so much about life that I never would have learned staying at college. I learned about people. I never had street smarts. I was a very book smart girl. I could take tests, honor roll, all that stuff. But that doesn't mean that you know how to deal with people or social situations.
Kitty?
This is my little kitty, Pandora.
What a cute cat.
Yeah, she's the one that I rescued and bottle fed. I have a big heart for animals.
This house is kind of like that painting where it's like the lamb is laying down with a lion and stuff, because you got this ferocious dog that sounded like it was going to chew my leg off when I came to the door, and this docile little cat, and they seem to be getting along just fine.
They do. It's funny, that little cat is boss. She runs the house.
Hey, kitty.
And that just proves to me that it's all attitude. It's not size, it's the attitude.
I love cats, but I tend to treat them like dogs. Good boy, good boy.
Some cats will take that.
Yeah, this one seems to like it.
She's okay with it sometimes.
She's got a firm little body, those cats. This cat's a young, muscular little cat, kind of like you.
Actually, she's on a diet right now. She hates me for it. I want her to live to be long, healthy life.
Yeah.
And
you have 3 of them, right?
Yes, I have 3.
You got 1 dog and 3 cats?
1 dog and 3 cats. The other one is over in the cat bed, and then I don't know where the other one's at.
Okay.
But yes, I am a huge cat lover.
See, now this is indicative of my interview style. I tend to go off on tangents.
That's awesome.
And you were starting to get into a really interesting part of what you were talking about there, about how being in the adult film biz is very instructional. It teaches you things about life. And,
it does. It's eye-opening in so many ways.
Probably teaches you a lot about, I mean, the birds and the bees, obviously, how, male-female attraction. But you said that you found out something about yourself that you liked.
Many things, actually.
What was your favorite, get into your favorite genre of porn. What is that?
Okay, for a while. You can always tell what I've been really enjoying. I believe in doing what I enjoy. And in my career, I did something that people say is a career no-no. You're supposed to wait to do gangbangs. I was doing gangbangs before I did anal. Go figure.
Yeah.
But that was like this career no-no, and for me, it was a wonderful thing.
Why is that?
The idea of a gangbang had never entered my head. The fact that these things existed, I was oblivious. I was a very naive girl.
You had like 3 boyfriends up to that point, because you were 18 when you got into the business.
I had 3 long-term boyfriends.
Did you have did when you were in your town? Would you want to say where you're from? What town you're from?
I'm from Santa Maria.
Okay, it's a small town, Central Coast, by Lompoc, by Vandenberg Air Force Base, between San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara inland.
Yeah,
and it's a small town. It probably has a lot of I don't know, what is the main industry out there? Is it farming? What do they do? They have military?
It's very agricultural.
Yeah, so it's farming.
They grow a lot of strawberries and broccoli.
Yeah. So it's probably just a lot of kind of like salt of the earth people, but people like that love sex, don't they? I mean, didn't anybody else?
Well, it's funny. I was such a good little girl. I had my one boyfriend in high school. He was my high school sweetheart, and he was the sweetest, best guy I've ever dated to this date. Isn't that funny? He was just. He was the kind of guy you marry and you love. Unfortunately, he was my first boyfriend. And I do say that unfortunately because after that, I was like, okay, this is my first guy and I know he's perfect, but I got to see the world. Okay? So I went to college. And
a lot of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm full of curiosity. I'm very much the person who goes, okay, well, I should try it once just to see if I like it, right? How else will I know? So, hey, no batting the camera.
He's like, what are you doing?
No.
He, she.
She, but whatever.
Yeah.